big retailers have a new tool for getting you to pay more.
It's a practice industry insiders call dynamic pricing, where some businesses charge customers at least 20 to 35% more based on demand, location, even time of day.
Walmart and Target do it. So do big supermarket chains like Kroger, appliance giants like Best Buy, even Dave & Buster's has copped to using dynamic pricing. There's one company that's been so aggressive with their use of dynamic pricing, the federal government is suing them for it. More on them in a bit. Because right now you might be thinking, Carrie Joy, what is dynamic pricing already? In this video, I'm going to explain it, as well as why companies use it, how it costs you money, and I'm going to give you tips for how to beat it. Let's go. Economic bigwigs define dynamic pricing as changing the sticker price of a good or service based on how much demand there is for it. That sounded like nonsense words. I'm going to say that again. It's a system where instead of giving the thing a fixed cost, retailers raise the price when a lot of people want the thing, and they bring it back down when not as many people want it. But here's the issue. Retailers are now using big brain computer algorithms to raise and lower prices sometimes millions of times a day. I think it's important that we understand how this is working against us. Here's how. In 2021, business professors at Harvard and Yeshiva universities found that rapid price changes ultimately lead to higher prices across the board. Because while retailers always seem to raise prices to meet high demands, they often don't go all the way back down when demand falls. Or in the case of smaller online retailers, they have to keep their prices high because they just don't have the technology to keep up with the big players. And one player is bigger than all the rest combined. Yeah, I told you we'd get to them. In 2023, the FTC sued Amazon, alleging they were unfairly enriching themselves with the help of an algorithm called Project Nessie. The feds say Project Nessie costs customers, that's all of us, tons of money. Here's how it worked. Let's say there's an item for sale on both Amazon and Target's website, like a 72-inch inflatable pool mattress shaped like a giant beer. The Nessie algorithm would nudge up the list price on the beer floaty just a bit. Then it would monitor Target's website and see if they followed suit. And if they did, Nessie would raise the price again, just a little bit. Amazon programmed Nessie to keep doing this until Target finally stopped jacking up its prices, at which point Amazon slashed its price to undercut Target. Now, if you were an Amazon customer who happened to buy your 72-inch beer-shaped inflatable pool mattress after this computerized price war, then hey, maybe you got yourself a deal. But if you shopped for this thing any time before Project Nessie cut the price, you got screwed. You can guess who the biggest winner in all this was. Duh, it was Amazon. And the FTC claims that Amazon extracted over $1 billion in extra profits by manipulating prices like this. $1 billion that could have stayed in our pockets, but instead went into, I'm just guessing here, the gas tank of Jeff Bezos' big boy space rocket. All right, want to fight back? I've got some tips. Tip number 1, do a dynamic pricing test. Look up an item on Amazon or some other website on your computer, then do the same thing on your phone. If the prices are different, chances are dynamic pricing is in effect. Or, if you're shopping at an online retailer that also has brick and mortar outlets, consider a trip into the store and do some comparison shopping while you're there. Tip number 2, give retailers less of your data. Pretty much all pricing algorithms rely on web data that you help create. For instance, we know Walmart and Home Depot manipulated prices on their websites based on their customers' browsing history. And a few years ago, Target got so busted for giving different prices to customers based on their location data. Montage.
We made a list of 10 random items, and here are the prices we were given on the Target app before going to the store. Once inside, this happened. 4 out of the 10 items on the list jumped up in price on the app.
So consider shopping while in private or incognito mode. It might give you lower prices. It'll definitely give online retailers less info to play with. Tip number 3, if they can track you, you can track them. Look, if online stores are going to use algorithms to get you to pay more, there's no reason you can't use them to help you pay less. There are price monitoring websites that let you search for an item that you want to buy, track its price history, and then get an alert when it falls within a certain range. There are also price monitoring browser extensions. These are essentially apps that run inside Google Chrome or whatever you browse with that'll automatically track the price history of items that you search on Amazon or other sites. The AARP has a list of these sites and programs. I'm going to be honest, I've tried some of these and none of them work like gangbusters. But if you're planning to buy a big ticket item like a new appliance or the laptop your kid's going to need when she goes away to college, every little bit helps, so it's worth a try. Tip number 4, play it cool. Oh, I love this one. This is a trick that can occasionally get you a nice discount. Put an item in your online shopping cart and then just leave it there. Sometimes, if you wait long enough, retailers will get a little desperate and they'll drop the price or they're going to send you a discount code to get you to pull the trigger. This just happened to me when I was book shopping online. I put a Portland Trailblazers book for my best friend's birthday in my cart and I just let it sit. Sure enough, 10 days later, the site sent me an email nudging me to complete the purchase at a lower price. Tip number 5, send it back. Look, dynamic pricing is so complex and so common, there's just no way to know for sure if you're paying the lowest possible price. But you can get a good price. It just takes doing your research before and after you buy. Some retailers have price protection policies where if the price of an item drops after you bought it, they'll either refund you the difference or they're going to let you return the product and rebuy it at the lower price. There's a link in the description to a Wirecutter article that lays out price protection policies for a whole slew of big retailers. Hopefully these tips help. Got others? Share them in the comments. And hey, if you're looking for more ways to save, check out WorkMoney.org. We've got all sorts of coupons and other info like this that can keep a few more bucks in your wallet instead of, well, you know. Bon voyage, big boy. And to the rest of you, take good care.